Morning guys from Shrewsbuy railway station, where today I'm taking the train over to the Welsh coast, and I am hopefully going to show you the best cafe in Wales, in my opinion, and the pub that sells the best beer in Wales. Now I say hopefully because we were supposed to leave at 9:30 and one half of the train is here and one half isn't. I'm with Transport for Wales, so anything could happen, couldn't it really? I have filmed some of this route before, heading over to Aberystwyth, so we're probably going to cut to the chase and pick it up probably the other side of Machynlleth, where we travel north of the Dovey estuary and we head over Barmouth Bridge and up towards Porthmadog and Pwllheli. Come with me, we'll get on the train and I'll see you in a bit. I was with my occasional travelling companion Joe for this trip, and talking about other halves, the rest of the train eventually showed up to form a 4-carriage class 158 service to Aberystwyth and Pwllheli. And it comes in from Birmingham International this half, so yeah, there were quite a few on it already. The train splits at Machynlleth with 2 carriages going to Aber and the other 2 to Pwllheli, and we were told by the station announcer to sit in the front 2 carriages, where we found a lovely table seat, and only to be told by the train guard that we should have been in the rear 2 carriages. So yeah, we had to move seats and ended up in airline style seats behind some guy who spent the whole journey clearing his throat. I'll try and edit those bits out, but apologies in advance if I miss one or two. Not a great start to the journey, to be honest, but yeah, the train was pretty packed. There were no other seats available at the time. And calling at Welshpool and Newtown and Machynlleth, where the train divides, we then head towards the iconic and almost, but not quite, isolated Dovey Junction. And after that we do indeed head north of the Dovey estuary, which in my opinion is one of the prettiest parts of the line. And passing through tunnels, we hug the edge of the estuary as we head towards Penhelig and Aberdyfi, before reaching the coast itself and turning north towards Tywyn, home to the famous Taliesin narrow gauge railway. Now this is my dream house, by the way. Imagine living right there on the rock with the most amazing views, and the train going past every hour or so, of course. Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Now the weather was a little bit grey at this point, but it was about to get a whole lot better, and you know what, when you have blue skies in this part of the world, it really is the most picturesque and beautiful line in the UK. Right, some fantastic views there, I hope you'll agree. And after leaving the request stop of Porthmadog, we head towards the famous Barmouth Bridge. And you can walk across the bridge alongside the railway line. And if you want to see me doing just that and finding out a lot more about the history of the bridge, then check out the video I made a couple of years ago just up here. Let's enjoy the crossing in its entirety. Our next stop, Barmouth. They're quite busy in Barmouth, as expected. I think there was a festival going on in the day anyway, and more people alighted the train than boarded, that's for sure. Still, it is a popular train this for anyone heading in either direction along the coast, and as we make progress north, we do stop at pretty much every single station on the line. Families, dog walkers, cyclists, walkers, you name it. It is a much used service, especially in the summer, and I do wonder whether the schedule takes this into account really. Now we're just coming into Llanbedr here, which again is quite busy, but it's the nearest station to Shell Island, the well-known campsite. I spent many a week here when I was younger, watching the aircraft from the adjacent airfield. Have you ever camped at Shell Island? Do let me know your memories in the comments below. And one thing I do remember was the platform here used to be wooden, and that's changed for sure. And it was June when I took this trip, so at the time of editing there were 8 trains in either direction at intervals of roughly every 2 hours. And all trains are 2-car units. Yeah, I get that because, like at Llanbedr, a lot of the station platform lengths, or the request stops anyway, they're quite short. But is the frequency adequate in the summer? Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to visit one of the most impressive castles anywhere, you need to get off here at Harlech and walk up the hill. Now, built by Edward I between 1282 and 1289, it really is worth the effort, and I can tell you what, the views from the ramparts are suitably awesome. Onwards now, and we're getting closer to Porthmadog, and I think I've been doing pretty well with the pronunciation so far, but yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to say this one as we cross the river. I'll just pop it up on the screen here. One question I do have is, who decided to put some massive electricity pylons here, totally ruining the views? Well, yeah, I guess it's a completely essential supply line, isn't it? But maybe one day they'll get replaced with underground cables. Not sure really, but yeah, what's your view on pylons? Necessary evil, or should they all be removed from the landscape? And approaching our final stop now, we pass the Welsh Highland Heritage Railway here on our right, and I think this line often gets overlooked by its bigger neighbours, but in my opinion it's well worth a visit. The Festiniog and Welsh Highland Railways, well, they are so expensive these days. Now, talking about money, a day return adult from Shrewsbuy to Porthmadog was £19.80 at the time of our trip, and that was because Transport for Wales were doing a special promotional offer. A normal adult anytime day return would have been £28.40 at the time of this video. So yeah, substantial saving, and I would recommend registering with Transport for Wales so you can be notified if they do any similar offers in the future. Anyway, here we are finally at Porthmadog station, and leaving the train. It's probably, I would say, about a 10-minute flat walk into town, no more than that. Right then guys, Porthmadog, 3.5 hours later. It's a fantastic line though, isn't it? That all the way from Shrewsbuy via Harlech, and then you've got Barmouth Bridge, and then up to Harlech, and then finally across here to Porthmadog. The train carries on to Porthmadog, but yeah, we're getting off here because, as promised, I want to show you what I think is the best cafe in Wales. I promise you this is going to be fantastic, and after that we're going to go and have a look at what I think is the best beer in Wales, and so we'll head out to the pub to sample a little bit of that. Come with me, we'll go and check it all out. Yeah, so I'm basically just walking up the main street here in Porthmadog, the High Street. In the summer this can be very busy, but there are plenty of shops, cafes and pubs to choose from. Accommodation has been enhanced in recent years by the addition of a travel lodge and a Premier Inn. And there are some large caravan sites in the area too, to the west of the town. Okay, made it. So the place we're going is just over the road. It's called the Big Rock Cafe, and I promise you, it is fantastic. Let's go and check it out.
Something a bit more substantial, and I think like a toasty is twice as big.
Is everything?
Yeah, a toast please, and then also a sausage and bacon roll.
Oh, white or brown?
I need to try and put some through bit by bit.
Right then guys, so we are here inside the Big Rock Cafe. I just want to show you what we've got for lunch, and it is as follows. So we're starting off, Joe, you've got the vegetarian choice as per usual, haven't you? Can you just remind me what it is again? I've forgotten.
It's just a cheese and onion toasty.
Oh yeah, but I mean, look at the size of that bread. It's just amazing, isn't it?
They make the bread here.
That's a great point. It's a great point. And a cup of tea with oat milk, I'm assuming. And I, of course, being an omnivore, I've gone for basically it's a sausage and bacon bap, but look at the size of it. Ooh. And an Americano, and yeah, and the thing is, they do not scrimp on the food, and the price you pay is absolutely fantastic. So sausage and bacon bap, £4. Cheese, onion toasty was,
I'm not sure.
Around about that, wasn't it? So we'll put the prices on the screen below anyway. But yeah, we're going to dig in because I am hungry, and yeah, I need to eat food as soon as possible. So we'll catch you when we finish. I'll tell you what, yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm getting quite full. I'm quite a slow eater. And Joe's like, do you want cake? Do you want cake? I want cake. So she's just gone off to get some cake, and maybe we'll share one. I don't know what sort of cake. We'll find out when she comes back, I suppose.
Man in the queue persuaded me to have carrot cake, and then I said they're a bit small, so have 2.
And that is why this is the best cafe in Wales. Check out this. How much did you pay for that?
£3.20.
£3.20. Better than your average Costa, isn't it?
Theoretically it's carrot cake, but it's quite fruity.
Okay guys, yes, the Big Rock Cafe just over the road there. I'll tell you what, for the money, the food is brilliant, isn't it? And yeah, even if you don't think you've got enough, or they don't consider that they've given you a big enough portion, they'll just give you some more. Staff absolutely brilliant, and the quality is fantastic. And yeah, I just wanted to mention, because I'm going to head out now to walk it off. But yeah, I'm in no way affiliated with Big Rock Cafe. I don't know anybody that works there, don't know the owners. We pay for all our own stuff, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you because it is such a fantastic place to eat. But yeah, like I said, we're going to go and walk it off now. So come with me, and we're going to head towards the coast. So we decided to walk out west, past the harbour here, and then down the lane that takes you past the yacht club and the boat yards. And then if you keep going here, you eventually end up on a footpath which takes you through a small wooded area up to the top of a small promontory with some expensive looking houses that overlook Borth-y-Gest. And you can then carry on down the other side into Borth-y-Gest itself, and it's about a mile. And not the prettiest beach in the world here, but yeah, if you carry on a little bit further up to the church at the other end of the bay, and then on a little bit more, you reach a lovely sandy beach, and well worth the extra 10-minute walk in my opinion. And you know what? The views from here looking back inland are absolutely fantastic. You've got the beach, the sea, the mountains and blue skies, a perfect combination in my book. I could have sat here all day, but I was getting pretty thirsty, and in order to do anything about that, it was time to head back into town. Right then guys, so yeah, I've got about 2 hours before the train back to Shrewsbuy tonight. And so I'm going to show you what I consider to be one of the best pubs in Wales, and the reason for that is because it is the tap house for the Purple Moose Brewery. Where am I talking about? It's called the Australia, and it is right behind me here. So let's slip in, sample a couple of the beers, and I'll catch you inside. You've seen the new one, yeah? Thank you very much. Right guys, so yeah, inside the Australia, and yeah, like I said, it's the tap house for the Purple Moose Brewery, my favourite brewery. And what I've gone for, I'll just show you down here, is the elderflower ale. I think it's actually on the beer mat, so yeah, it's one of these here. And Joe, you've just got a normal elderflower because you're not a big drinker, are you? So, and that's absolutely fine. So, you know, there is something for everyone, isn't there? And so I'm going to start off with that one, and then we'll see how we go. Yeah, the elderflower is really good. You can actually taste the elderflower flavour in it. And the other thing with Pimpernose is the water that they use in the brewing process is actually Snowdonia spring water, apparently. Right, so we've moved to the other side of the pub now, which is a little bit brighter, isn't it? And I've gone for the IPA, which looks very nice, doesn't it? Let's try a little bit of this. Yeah, I don't normally drink in the day, but for the purposes of this video, I thought, yeah, better make the effort. It was a bit early for food, but they do a comprehensive dinner menu too. We have eaten here before, and what I would say is it does get really busy in the evening, so I would recommend booking a table in advance, especially in the summer months. The booths at the other end of the pub we were sat in before are the best tables to go for, and you can request these at the time of booking. Yeah, I was hoping that they would have the tropical IPA on draft today, which is this one here, but they haven't. They've got about 10 on draft, but then that's the only one that's off. But fortunately, a couple of doors down there is the brewery shop, so I've just nipped down there to get a couple of cans to take home with me. You should always get a couple to take home with you, shouldn't you? So I shall be enjoying them at a later date. Until then, yeah, I'm going to crack on with the other IPA. Very nice it is too. Cheers. So I finished my drink. I only had 2, but yeah, that was plenty enough for me today. Now, I did manage to make my way successfully back to the railway station in plenty of time for the train. And incidentally, if you do fancy another drink whilst you're waiting for the train, the station also has its own pub, which was open at the time of my visit. Well, I resisted the urge this time and instead made my way to the end of the platform, where I just took a minute to sum up the day's adventures. Alright then guys, back at Porthmadog railway station. I'll tell you what, I've had a fantastic day. The weather has been brilliant. Just waiting for the train now, which is due at 18:06, and that's going to take us all the way back to Shrewsbuy. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Would you come out to Porthmadog for the day? What do you think of the food? What do you think of the drink? In my opinion, it's the best cafe in Wales. I think it's the best beer in Wales too, but if you've got any recommendations, then again let me know in the comments below. Right, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to sleep it off now, probably on the train home. 3.5 hours back to Shrewsbury or thereabouts. I'll catch you on another adventure soon, and until then guys, as always, cheers for now.